Welcome to the first episode in my squad leading commentaries. In this episode, we'll be going over a short engagement, about a 10-minute engagement on Fool's Road 8AS. This is a militia versus Russian map. The Russians spawn down here in the bottom right hand corner, and the militia spawns in the north. Now on this map there are three flags. You have hilltop, you have mine, and you have the village. On this map, Russians will go take village and then be the first ones to mine. Militia will head to hilltop and take hilltop, but by the time the Russians reach the mine, they'll probably be about here. So this is a stage that the game is in. We're about 10 minutes into the game. Russian has taken the first two flags, and I know that militia is going to be about at this line, advancing to assault mine. So hopefully this video will teach you, what a squad leader should be thinking, what he should be doing, and just help you gain some experience by watching this video before you go out and squad lead on your own. So knowing this information and knowing that it's 10 minutes into the game, my plan right here is I'm looking at the map and I see, these squads are kind of lagging behind. My squad is the first squad north. So what I want to do is I want to set up a defensive perimeter on this mountain and just cover the other squads as they push to wherever they're going. I just want to hold this middle hill here so that we don't get overrun. So we'll see that happen right down the line. So right now I'm telling all my guys to get online and to watch the valley.
Me and nuclear and stay.
So just remember to always have your binoculars out when nothing's going on, checking your map, just, making sure you have an understanding of what's going on around you. Now looking at the map right there, what I'd noticed is that we had no one right here on the northeastern side. So knowing that, and that enemies could come from this direction, I knew that I needed to get a couple guys over here watching that so we didn't get flanked. So what I do right here is I grab one of my squad members and I say, hey, come with me and help me watch this side. You got to call them out by name, because if you say, hey, someone come with me to the northeastern side, no one can come, or like the whole squad could end up coming. So if you call them out specifically, they know exactly who they are, and your whole squad knows, hey, okay, I know that guy's covering my my northeast. Bubonic, come with me. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm walking down the line. I'm checking the other squad mates, making sure they're spread out. And right here, we start taking contact from the direct north, about the, what is this, like the 20. So I call that out to my squad, tell them, hey, you know what? Orient north, get eyes up here, and this is now the kill zone. Anything that comes in here from the enemy squad is dead. Everything, because we're set up, we're prepared, the whole squad's online, we got GPs, we got AT, I mean, this is just going to be a killing hole. Contacts north. So as you can see here, just suppressing a little, getting some shots out. So once again, walking down the line, checking the spacing, making sure everyone's looking the right direction, making sure, because spacing's very important. Let's say all three guys were clustered together, one AT comes up here, that's three guys in a team down. That's crippling. Spread out, make sure they spread out. So spread up, making sure they spread out. Right here, this guy taking the initiative, watching the northeastern side for us. Good job on him. Get online, and I'm telling the squad to get online, move further north. And right here, you can see we're just completely destroying this enemy squad here. Like, there's no point. So right here, very important. I see this one guy. This one militia guy. I see him pulling off to the right behind this this slope. What that tells me as a squad leader is, hey, the squad leader on the other team said, hey, you know what? Get out of the kill zone and push back to around the corner and try to hit us on our flank. That's, for me, what I'm getting from this one guy's movement, is they're going to try to flank, which is a logical situation. No squad leader in their right mind would push through this right now. This is just absolutely a terrible decision. If you're going to push through this, getting hit from higher ground and by prepared squad, that you're going to get your squad wiped. Alright, they're shifting so I tell the squad this. I tell them, hey, you know what? I noticed this. They're pushing right. They're pushing right. Move over to the right. This confirms it. This guy getting dropped right here on the hill tells me they're close. They're close on this hill. They're trying to flank. So, as a squad leader, you say, hey, you know what? This is information I have. The information I have is, hey, you know what? They're close on the north side. I share it with your squad mates, then tell them exactly how to deal with that information. I say, hey, get online here, orient north. Deal with it. Got contact on the ridgeline. Contact on the ridgeline. Northeast is squad lead. 60 on the hill.
I'm down.
I got you.
He's about 50 meters from me.
So right here, I noticed, I'm not sure if you noticed, but you got to be observant as a squad leader. As a squad leader, you have to have good eyes. You have to have good eyes and good ears. So right here, I see this little guy right here. So that tells me, hey, he's either a loner. If I see more guys popping out of the woods here, I know that the whole squad's close and we're in danger. We're actually in danger of getting squad wiped. But if it's a lone guy, no need to overreact. Just deal with the threat.
Stay still.
What's going on, squad 1 and 2?
So right there, you see the guy.
Squad
He gets dropped right there. So I know we're okay. I don't see anything advancing on the line. That guy's friendly, so I know we have presence further up. So I just let the squad push up a little, let him get online on the north. Checking this flank. As a squad lead, eyes everywhere. Make sure you're checking your eastern flank. It's your job to keep your squad alive. So you do everything in your power. You gotta be aware of your surroundings.
Fuck, I think we wrecked those guys.
Okay, that's so we're pushing up slowly.
All right, get more eyes to the northeast, 330 or northwest, 330.
I'm telling them again. All right, see the whole squad got offline right there to push up north. Now I'm telling them again. Hey, squad, get back online to the northwest. Get back online, get eyes out, reorganize yourselves.
330. Make sure we're watching.
I don't know.
So I'm just looking. I keep my screen still sometimes so I can see tiny bits of movement out there, which is a small trick I learned. So there's nothing moving. I decide to push further down the line. Nothing moving on this northwestern side.
All right.
So as you can see, the whole squad's pushing down here. They're going to set up the line somewhere along the northern side of the mountain.
Contact 50 north. Contact 50 north.
So we make contact. They're shifting from northwest. Now they're on the north. Relay that to the squad. Always repeat the contact reports. Make sure your squad knows where the contact's coming from.
North advancing on our hill.
So right here, smokes pop. That's not ours, I'm pretty sure.
Pushing.
You see, the rest of the squad is now getting online to protect the northern side of this hill. So from this position right here that I've outlined, we can watch the northwest, we can watch the northeast, and we can watch the direct north if they try to push up the hill. So this is a pretty key location on this hill at this time. So I want my squad pretty much on this line.
All right, hold it here. Don't push down the...
Now, I tell them not to hold it here because there's no point to push down the hill. You'll get a couple guys that want some kills and, you know, or think it's Call of Duty or whatever, and they want to push down the hill and get right up to the enemy. As a squad leader, it's your responsibility to have control over your squad and make sure that they're not exposing themselves to unnecessary danger and not getting the squad wiped.
hill. Let them try to fight up the hill.
Contact 345, 50 meters out.
Contact 345, 50 meters up.
So remember, just continue repeating contact reports. Make sure information is spread throughout the squad and your squad leaders. Just scanning right here, binoculars all the time.
Enemy squad on our
Alright, right here I'm
position.
notifying
They're
the
falling
other
back to the
squads of
northwest,
our
not out the other.
situation. Now it's very important to notify the squads of your situation so that they know that your flank is fine, you're not going to get overrun, so that they know the enemy squad size, stuff like that.
Just hang tight. I'll get the fire.
Alright, right here, very important. I see one guy here, and I see another guy right here. I see two guys. That means it's not a loner movement, it's probably a coordinated effort. So I'm saying, hey, you know what? The enemy squad leader probably said, alright, shift further east, let's try to hit them from their eastern flank. Now we catch them out here in the open, I see it, I know it's happening, I tell my squad what's happening, and we can react to it properly.
Enemy is moving to the direct north of squad lead. Enemy is moving direct.
So you see this guy continue pushing east. So that tells me, hey, yeah, they're going to try to flank us on our east for sure. So, you'll see what happens in the next couple seconds.
Direct north of squad lead. Enemy squad size. Good nade on target. Good nade on target.
Try to
got
help
one
guide
right
your
of where that,
indirect
nade
fire on
landed. Right,
target.
right. He's
Even
pushing
your
to the right.
MGs sometimes need help adjusting
Determine
fire.
he's going to be pushing your right.
So right here, I told this guy, hey, you know what? From the information from before, that guy was shifting right. He's going to be popping up on your right here. So he was looking here before. I told him to shift fire here. And lo and behold, this guy sneaks up on the hill.
Pushing your right there, to the northeast.
And he gets dropped. See, that one guy could have taken out 3 guys if he got up on this side of the hill effectively. So you gotta be aware and make sure your squad members know what you're thinking. They can't read your mind, and information throughout the squad will overall just improve the effectiveness of your squad.
Let me get you.
Calm down.
Contacts trying to advance on the hill, north to northeast.
So relay that information to your squad. Now they know, and you'll see them shift in a moment. So right here, you see all the members trying to shift to the east to hold off the flank.
Let me get you. Come over here.
Alright, after this hell's pull back with me, we're gonna set up the rally point.
So right here, I pull off the line a little bit to get fully healed. As a squad leader, you want to make sure that your medics are safe. Your medics keep your squad alive. Right here, there's like 5 of us right here in this little corner. To me, I'm saying, hey, alarms, grenades, spread out. So say it. So tell them, hey, you know what, spread out.
Spread out, guys, spread out a little more, spread out a little more. Hell, fuck.
So, and there comes a grenade. So, as you can see, it's just extremely important to speak your mind as a squad leader and make sure your squad knows what to do. Alright, so right here, I drop a rally point further back on the hill off the line because the last rally point was pretty far. So, I want a new rally point that's kind of close to the action but safer up on the hill so that if anyone gets killed, they can respawn and get pretty fast in the action without getting spawn camped.
Guys, spread out. I want you guys in a line on that north end of the hill.
So tell them again what you want. You want a line on the north end of the hill? Then tell them you want a line on the north end of the hill, and they'll make it for you. Or you make them make it for you. So right here, I notice, hey, I got 2 Squad 3's guys on my right. They're watching that eastern flank. I probably just need to help fill in this hole right here. Now, I make a mistake up here of pushing up a little too far. You'll see what happens. So I pushed up too far here. I don't have anyone on my right. I don't have anyone on my left. So I'm basically the first person on this line. So what happens here is I get shot because I poked this hill without getting any security. Now you notice here when you're dead, you can't use your binoculars, you can't check the line, you can't see your squad mates or what they're doing. You just have a very basic idea of what's happening around you. So it's very important as a squad leader that you don't get down. Because if you get down, that's a loss of information for, I don't know, the 30 seconds to like 2 minutes that it takes a medic to get you back up. Luckily, my medic is on top of his stuff.
Yeah, careful on the northeast.
Heals me. I walk back on the hill so I don't get shot again.
Get down.
Right here, I should not have moved here because, right here, 1 second. Right here, we have one squad medic here. We have a team medic here. We have a squad 3 soldier here, and I have another medic on my left. So we're all within the kill range for a GP. So this is a grenadier's wet dream right here. Do not let them bunch up like this because you will get 5-man grenaded and that will end your squad right there. With all your medics down and the squad lead down,
Alright,
the line will most likely crumble.
We have like all 3 medics right here.
So you see
I'll
everyone
spread out.
spreading out a little more. So right here, they're trying to push our eastern flank hard. I shift over to help.
Their push, guys. Just
I tell my squad, hey, you know what, counter the push, get on the eastern flank.
Northwest is
Make sure they don't flank us right here. Rotate with their movement. Rotate with their movement. Follow it. Now right here, this guy gets dropped. I should have known that there's a guy right here. Just from the tracer fire that came across him like that. But for some reason, it just it missed me, and I didn't understand what had happened right there.
on the rock.
So right here, you can see the guy push the rocks. For some reason, I thought it was friendly or something. I couldn't process that information right there.
It's on the
Well,
east,
you got it right
105,
in front of
on the
105.
rocks.
One of my guys says that there's a...
And so I drop him right there.
110.
I think it's because I thought that he was one of these 2 guys. I had 2 Squad 3 guys here, and I can't hear Squad 3 talk, so maybe they called the contact or something. But yeah, I thought it was friendly.
So, 2 of you guys want to go...
Hey, Hell's
The
uncover
medic
you,
is
Hell's uncover you
close.
while you get these
Don't
guys up.
give up. There's no reason to give up. The medic's
wait, I think
close.
they-
That's
I think
3
they,
tickets we
gave
just
up.
lost because they didn't know that the medic was
Squad
there.
3, we're all bunched up. Let's
So
get
the
back
squad's
online and
disorganized
get eyes-
again. I tell them, hey, get back online. You know, everyone's spread out. Everyone's doing their own thing. People are running around. And I know that we need to get reorganized ASAP. So I say, hey, squad, get back on the line. Get eyes out to the northwest. Get ready for another
Out
assault.
to the northwest and northeast.
Let me get Big B here.
Get eyes
So remember,
out. Set up
binoculars
the camera
out.
again.
Scan, scan, scan. Scanning will save you. It's so important as a squad leader to have good eyes. Just be observant, be patient. No need to run out there. We have the high ground. We have the advantage.
Contact moving. 345.
Take another contact right here.
Moving 345.
Repeat the contact
What's
report.
the distance?
Still, buddy.
I see him. I see him. I see him.
40 meters. 40 meters.
Hey, I need guys back on the left.
So as you can see here, Squad 3 is just bunched up doing God knows what. So I tell my guys, hey, you know what? Squad 3 is doing their thing over there. Get back online. Get back online over here. Or over here. Yeah.
North 345.
Help guide your GPs in. I tell the Grenadier, hey, drop the GP a little further back. You'll hit the guy. Just give out range adjustments.
He's down.
The guy gets dropped. I tell my guys to cease fire.
Hold on.
This is pretty much all that's going on right here. Still scanning. Binoculars out
Watch your
like
spacing,
80% of the
guys.
time. Walking down the line, checking spacing, making sure the medics are safe. Which these guys should get pulled off the line a little bit more. They're kind of exposed, and both of them are next to each other. Just something I should have said. But basically, you just, as a squad leader, just constantly walking down the line, making sure you guys are fine, making sure they don't need medics, they have good ammo, they're spread out.
There's the smoke, so they're gonna
So on the smoke again. Remember, good eyes. I see this guy right here. You would never think that this is a guy right here, but I see him. Like, I just know from the player models that that's a militia infantryman. So I tell the squad, hey, you know what? What's the reference point I can use here to help point this guy out because he's pretty hidden? I say, hey, you know what? There's two smokes. So I go, hey, on the smoke, right in between the smoke.
Contact on the white smoke. Contact on the white smoke. In between both of them.
So you can see him moving around. Now right here, you'll see tracers missing the target. So I tell them, hey, right where Sunship died, because their fire right now is going over here in this location. So I say, hey, where Sunship died, maybe that's a better reference. And you'll see the target fire shift from there to right here with the tracers. So he's right on target, the guy gets dropped. So it's very important. You gotta help. You gotta help your squad mates get on target. You gotta help them move to the correct position. You gotta have control over your squad.
We're okay.
Once again, just getting the information from the other squads. Because let's say squad 2 and 4 aren't talking and they're getting overrun. I'm assuming right now that this whole left flank right here, everything on this side is safe because they have this area. But let's say all these guys are dead and waiting on medics, and they're not telling me this, and they get overrun in the next 5 minutes, 2 minutes. That means I gotta readjust my line to prepare for contacts coming in from here. So if you're fine and your squad hasn't given an update in a while, just give an update. So I said to the other squads, hey, you know what? We're pushing them off the line. They're falling back northwest. So that tells these guys here, hey, you know what? We might be taking contact along this line. So it's just information. Like, there's very few times when information will actually do something bad for your squad. Unless it's misinformation. That's an entirely different thing. But always be talking, be vocal, speak to your squad and your squad leaders. Can't stress that enough.
How close are you guys to advancing on that next objective?
And me and my men will keep pushing.
So I want a
got
status
you, man.
update from them, so I ask for it.
I'm still pretty
We
far
just held
out.
them off over here.
I need ammo, red.
So I know that left-hand flank
Yes,
is,
sir. If you wanna go
okay.
this way, we'll
Squad
keep
3,
pushing.
this is Squad 1. We can hold this hill if you want to push up on...
Alright, so right here I'm telling Squad 3, hey, you know what? It's gotten pretty quiet. Why don't you help Squad 2 and 4? They're going to be hitting the target here. Why don't you loop around and hit them from the other side and get a pincer attack off on the next objective? And Squad 3 says, hey, okay, sure. So, since Squad 3 is going to go out and do that, what my squad's going to do is I tell them, hey, I want a defensive Overwatch perimeter covering Squad 3 as they push out. So my squad is going to be covering everything in the zone while Squad 3 pushes out and hits the next objective.
the right flank and try to hit the objective from the east.
Alright, we'll do that.
So Squad 3 moves out here.
I don't have any rounds at all.
Right here, what I'm doing is I'm updating my squad on what the other squad leader said. Because my squad can't hear the command channel. It's your job as a squad leader to relay that information. Because if you don't, they have no idea what the other squads are doing.
How did I team kill someone? I don't have any fucking round.
It's right here, just scanning, looking, binoculars out, checking the map. These are all things squad leaders are doing. Check the line.
Contact. Yeah, contact.
Right here, I see this one loner out here. I don't see much movement anywhere else in this in my screen, so I think it's a loner. No need to overreact.
Contact. Northwest. Northwest.
He gets pushed off.
Contact. Northwest.
He
about
decides to fall
100
back.
meters out there.
So I'm assuming it's just a loner that was trying to flank and not a squad.
No, don't die. I'm gonna be dropping a fob here as soon as 3 pushes out far enough.
So because we pushed the enemy off and all the other squads are pushing up, I say, hey, you know what? Now's a great time to put an FOB down. So I notice squad 2 and 4 have an FOB on the left flank. It'd be great. It'd be amazing if we had a fob on the right-hand flank. Now, the reason for this thinking is, let's say everyone on the team died right now. That would mean everyone would respawn right here, most likely. This is too far back, and Russian main is way too far back. Now, having everyone spawn here and all the militias right here, all they have to do is just set up a defensive line here and hold us off for the next 30 minutes of the game. But having 2 fobs, one here and one here, if we die, we can split the squads, have 2 and 3 spawn here and attack the objective again, or and have 1 and 4 spawn here and hit the objective from this side. So, FOBs are kind of like a way to increase your spawn options.
Come with me as well.
The key to doing that, though, is to have fobs that are hidden. Hidden fobs are perfect for this. You just put down an ammo crate, put down the fob, hide them in a good location, and your team can respawn, resupply on these fobs, and the enemy will never know where you're spawning from. That's one kind of fob. The other kind of fob is a defensive or offensive kind of fob, which is something I'll go into in a whole video. But right here, I'm just looking for a safe spot to put the fob. I don't want to put on the top of the hill because enemy could see it. I didn't want to put it in the valley because it'd be easy to get camped if it was seen. I wanted to put it right here on this little shelf because it's kind of tucked away. It's not on the top, not at the bottom. It's just in this small area right here. So I think, hey, that's a great idea. Put the fob.
Hells, I need you as squad lead. Okay, there you go.
So I called out 2 people specifically, Hells and that other guy, to help me put down the fob. Because if you say, once again, if you just say, hey, come with me and put down the fob, you can get no one to come with you, or you could get the entire squad to come with you. So you call them out by name, and then your whole squad knows what's going on. Your whole squad knows what's going on, and you know, there's organization and there's no chaos or confusion.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna.
I put down the fob, and then I put down the ammo crate. So that's pretty much the end of this video. So a couple things I just want to review are: remember to check your lines, have a good map awareness, know that where your other squads are, speak to your squad and squad leaders, check your line, speak to your squad and squad leaders. I can't stress that enough. You need to have a voice in the squad. You need to be that voice that commands or, you know, lets them know what's going on. Because without it, no one has any idea what the hell is happening, and squad leaders are running around doing God knows what, and the squad members are just following him or not even following him, and it's just chaos. What are a couple things to take away from this video? Be observant. You got to use your eyes. Binoculars right here alone probably saved my squad. Like being able to see that that flank and that shift in enemy movement and adjust to it accordingly probably saved us from getting, you know, hit in the back by 2 flankers and getting the whole squad wiped. So you got to be observant. Make sure you're running around, but don't run around too much. But make sure you're checking all the flanks. You know, your squad members are probably not going to move much once they're in their spot that they like. So it's your job to, you know, run around the line, make sure every angle is covered, make sure your guys don't need medics, make sure they have ammo, make sure they're spread out, make sure they're all looking the right direction. Just, you know, all that stuff. It's your job. It's why you chose to be a squad leader. You're responsible. What else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You know, repeat contact reports, and just, you know, try to do the best job you can. Like, I had no idea how, you know, you have no idea how things are gonna play out, but you just gotta try to make the most logical decision. Sometimes there's no right or wrong decision, but you just have to do something. Yeah, try to counter enemy flanks, and yeah, that's pretty much the end of this engagement right here. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time.